Everyone Hates Ashton, the D&D TV channel officially launches, and the coolest Warhammer miniature ever.
That's a bold statement.
Welcome to Tabletop News Tuesday, our mostly weekly midweek news recap. Today we're talking about the latest Critical Role episode, the official launch of D&D Adventures, and my favorite Warhammer miniature of all time.
It's all in the build-up.
Remember, if you like these kinds of midweek news videos, be sure to like and subscribe and comment, because the better these videos do, the more news we can bring you.
It's science.
And with that, on to the news. We actually didn't get to talk about the last Critical Role episode in our last news video, which we posted on Friday. Go check that out. But to summarize, everyone is pretty ticked off at Ashton.
I'm gonna f***ing kill him if he survives.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him if he dies.
After another encounter with Delilah Briarwood, which, again, is very much playing with fire, given that Percy could easily headshot the entire party from like a mile away, Ashton took the Fire Titan shard meant for Fern, and which he was repeatedly warned not to take, and used the magic harness thing to basically implant it into himself. Ashton nearly immolated himself and forced the entire party to basically expend all of their spells and also use a few consumable items in order to prevent Ashton from becoming, well, Ash. Now, Matt warned Taliesin that he wasn't supposed to have 2 Titan shards, but Taliesin seemed delighted at doing something unprecedented. But while Ashton may have pulled off the impossible, a good chunk of the fan base absolutely loathes Ashton now. Now, we'll remind folks that the Critical Role party has a good deal of innate trust in each other, and while Taliesin certainly blindsided the party, everyone at the table trusted what he was doing. So just keep that in mind before you throw Taliesin too much under the bus. But, you know, in terms of the story, yeah, Ashton, you suck.
This guy sucks.
The D&D Adventures channel has officially launched on Amazon freevee this week. Remember that you'll be able to watch one of the 3 original shows for the channel, which is Encounter Party, Heroes Feast, and Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 days a week. We'll talk more about Encounter Party soon, as they're doing something really interesting with the actual play format, and you should definitely catch the early episodes this week so you don't have to get caught up later.
This is going to be horrifying.
Games Workshop released what might be the best Warhammer mini ever created. While that's probably a little bit hyperbolic, fans genuinely seem to love Grand Justice Gourmain, the new Flesh Eater Court model announced this week. For those not familiar with Age of Sigmar lore, the Flesh Eater Courts are cannibals and ghouls trapped within their own madness who believe themselves to be noble lords living in a respectable kingdom. The Grand Justice is one such ghoul tasked with keeping order within the ghouls' summer court, wearing a wig made of actual intestines, and that is amazing. This is one of the gnarliest Age of Sigmar miniatures ever made, which is, you know, kind of saying something given that there are multiple flesh-eating factions in Age of Sigmar alone, and we're not even talking about Warhammer 40k. There's going to be more Flesh Eater Court reveal soon, and I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is teasing that a key moment of the original video game won't be changed in the remake. While the Final Fantasy VII Remake ruffled some feathers for changing plot points from the original series, the new rating released this week seems to suggest that Aerith will still get the tragic death she deserves. The game is rated T for teen, in part because there's a cutscene where a character is impaled or slashed by swords. Of course, the original featured Aerith getting impaled by Sephiroth's blade, and a lot of people think the rating hits that Sony isn't going to deviate from one of the most tragic moments in the game. Also, by the way, this game is rated T for teen because of deep cleavage. Not sure how that differentiates from normal cleavage, but I guess we'll just have to play the game and find out.
In that case, want to head back out and look for more gigs?
Yesterday, we got a much deeper look at the story of Rebel Moon as Netflix dropped a 3-minute trailer for the upcoming epic space opera from Zack Snyder as part of their Geeked Week. And it appears to be channeling a lot of Magnificent Seven energy, with the main character being a fugitive looking to recruit a band of warriors, to protect a village of farmers from the soldiers of an evil space empire. It's also got a lot more fantasy than many of us were expecting, with scenes featuring griffins, driders, aka terrifying spider versions of centaurs, and orc-like aliens, just to name a few things. So fantasy fans and sci-fi fans alike may have something to really get excited about as Rebel Moon Part 1, Child of Fire, comes to Netflix in just over a month on December 22nd.
It's a new age for the universe.
Disney Lorcana is bringing back Enchanteds in Rise of the Floodborn. The new set is due out this week, and fans were a little bit surprised when some retailers broke embargo and started to post pictures of enchanted cards, which are the secret rares of the set online. I guess those retailers weren't just satisfied with charging 250% markup on their cards, they had to spoil everything for the rest of us. Luckily, Ravensburger sent us one of the enchanted cards to share on our social media channels and all that jazz, so you can check out this official reveal of Snow White Well-Wisher and marvel at the lovely Disney artwork. Now, Rise of the Floodborn will come out this week in game stores and will hit mass retail stores in 2 weeks on December 1st.
It's about damn time.
And finally, speaking of card games, Wizards of the Coast announced its own surprise card set this week, as Tomb Raider is coming to Magic the Gathering. This Secret Lair set includes a brand new mechanically unique Lara Croft card, along with several reprinted cards with brand new Tomb Raider artwork. Now fans won't have to wait long for this surprise Secret Lair drop, as the mini set will be released next week. So that's all the tabletop news that we've got this week. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comments section.